World Table Tennis taking the sport forward. It really goes up a notch here in WTT.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game start.
Ay, look at his expression. He's loving it, Dan.
Oh! Are you kidding me? You do not want it to end. Mima Ito at the double in Doha. Look at the reaction there.
History has been written again by Marlon.
Good day, everybody. My name's Tom Wild and I'm a Senior Account Manager with Imogen Limited. Today we're going to have a small presentation with Joachim Davy from the World Table Tennis Organisation. And we're going to talk a little bit about the archive and its transformation over the past few years. Over to you, Joachim.
Hi, Tom. Hi, everyone. Thanks a lot for having me. My name is Joachim Davy. I'm WTT's Content and Creative Director in charge of the whole look and feel of World Table Tennis, plus everything that's on a front-facing channel within the WTT environment. Excited to be here and looking forward to talking about all things archive.
It's great to be doing this today because both Joachim and I have been involved in this since kind of day one. So if there's probably not two better people out there to tell the story. But let's kick off into the questions because we've only got 10 minutes and there's a lot to tell. So Joachim, first of all, can you tell us a little bit about your organisation and your work in transforming the sport of table tennis through your content?
So yeah, as you rightfully said, WTT is there to transform the sport of table tennis, and that's really our mission. We started WTT in 2021. We had several events since then, but of course with COVID-19 pandemic around at that time, it's never easy to launch a new sporting product within a pandemic. So we are still in the process of establishing the brand within the table tennis world and within the sports world. We're transforming the sport, and we're doing this on several different pillars. On one side, we are reshaping the event structure. We are reshaping the stage for our professional athletes. We are crafting a pathway from day one to world number one. So we're picking up our youth players when they first enter the venue in the early ages and guiding them and providing the platform for them to compete up to the seniors events, where then they become professionals and can play international tournaments. We're also redefining the way table tennis events are positioned. So we're bringing this entertainment factor to table tennis, to the sports events. So we're not only targeting your table tennis fans anymore, we are targeting big eventers, sports people that are interested in participating events. And our events are more than just a competition. There's going to be, as said, entertainment, acts, performances. There will be big festivals around our marquee events. We are reshaping the way table tennis looks and feels. We've been redesigning the arena, the field of play, a whole new look and feel with strong, vibrant colors to really emphasize on the modernization of the sport and to bring the sports into the 21st century. Overall, we want to make the sports more accessible for players, but also for fans. And this happens on the court, but also off the court. On the court with those areas that I just mentioned, and off the court, that's where your content strategy comes into place. And this is one big pillar that we've been transforming over the past 2 years and are still transforming very much. And that's exactly where Imogen comes in, because Imogen has been helping us over the past 3 years to shape our archive, to structure our archive, and to make it accessible for everyone, for our partners, but also for our internal editors.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Absolutely. I mean, having the events, more engaging and being more appealing to a wider audience sounds like a wonderful thing. And I think it leads us nicely on to the next question, which is, and you touched on it there, is how do you feel that the Imogen archive and software has kind of, what part has that played in the transformation of the sport so far? And are there any specific examples that you can pull out to explain? Thank you.
So our whole journey with Imogen, I'd say we can divide into two big phases. The first phase is setting up the archive. This has been a very long process, and we are just about to properly finish this part. Bit of a background story. In the past, ITTF, we did not really have a digital archive. We had 2,500 tapes in various storage facilities across the globe in our offices. We had several hundreds of hard drives with footage that we collected from events or that broadcasters, host broadcasters sent to our offices. None of these tapes or hard drives had any metadata tagged to it. So we knew that it's going to be a mammoth project getting everything up and running. We started the project in 2019, and since then have digitized those 2,500 tapes. We have ingested endless hours of content and actually managed to get a first version of the archive up and running just before COVID lockdowns hit the globe. So in a way for us, it was a, can say, lucky or fortuitous timing that with the closure of our offices due to the government lockdowns, we were still able to produce content. And at this stage, we had around 220 terabytes of video material on our Imogen platform, which translates into roughly 20,000 matches. We've developed, I'd say, 3 more use cases for the archive. So we already have the preserving of the table tennis legacy, preserving the sport. The second one is the mentioned content factory. So we are more efficient in having everything online. We are more efficient in being able to distribute our content to our stakeholders around the globe, to our editors around the globe. The new achievements that we completed at the start of this year is to give our table tennis family access to our archive. With table tennis family, I mean players, coaches, and member associations. The footage is very important to them because they want to analyze the matches. Players want to see how they performed against a certain type of player, against certain players. So we have successfully managed to connect WTT's results system and live stream environment to our Imogen platform. So within a few minutes after a match has been completed, our live stream gets automatically archived to our Imogen platform with all of the metadata attached to it. So this means that once the umpire on the field of play keys in the various points, all of that metadata is combined with the live stream and sent to our Imogen platform. All of this happens with custom access rights. So players, coaches, and member associations get the personalized login details, and then they are able to instantly review the matches of their players as they happen during an event. So access for our table tennis community, for the ITTF family, very important. And the last bit that we've been using for more than a year now as well is the commercialization aspect of the whole thing. Of course, now we know what type of content do we have, what's available on our platform. Everything has metadata tagged to it. As of today, we're talking about 43,000 matches that are online in our archives. This provides us a very good and stable base to go to broadcasters, go to media agencies, or any interested companies who want to buy footage, who want to acquire our footage. They can browse through our catalog. They can send through certain requests of which type of footage they want. And for us, it's very easy to tell a broadcaster what's available and what they can get. So overall, those 4 headlines or those 4 individual pillars and use cases of the archive, that's what's really, it's our proof of concept that creating the archive now more than 3 years ago was definitely the right step, the right step moving forward on various aspects of the business. And it was very timely with that whole transformation, with the creation of WTT. It was very timely to get the archive up and running to help us in that transformation process.
Okay, good stuff. So moving on to question 3, what surprised you about using the archive so far? Thank you.
Many things surprised me as part of WTT, but also as an avid table tennis fan myself from my youth days. I mentioned efficiency before. Everyone loves efficiency. I love efficiency. having all of the footage available for our vendors, for our broadcasters, for our editors across the globe really, really helped us to improve our workflows, creating having more efficient ways of creating our content. And of course, all of this piles up and I'd say results in additional exposure. As mentioned, our fans love the content. The content is also appealing to maybe not your traditional table tennis fans, because of course you find amazing rallies from the past. You publish them on social media, they get picked up by various algorithms, and we're able to address a wider audience. Just a word about China as well. We all know China is very big in table tennis, and table tennis is very big in China. With our new revamped content strategy, having access to footage of those Chinese legends from the 90s and early 2000s, we've seen a very, very big spike in our engagement and following within China. World table tennis is by far the most engaged sports on Chinese social media, which is amazing for us to see. And all of the content strategy, including our archive on Imagen and getting that archive content onto our platforms, that definitely helped in reaching these numbers inside China, but also reaching very, very good numbers on a Western social media environment.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, I mean, it's great to hear more about that, Joachim. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but it's been fascinating to hear more about the project, and I'm sure the listeners will enjoy the presentation. And enjoy your time in China soon for the World Championships. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.